Hey, what's poppin' Real 16 TV? It's Cuz OP here, back with another video. Young Prosper in the building. This time we're reacting to how Michael J. White wrote Black Dynamite. Black Dynamite is literally one of my favorite movies of all time. And Michael J. White is cool. You know, 7 black belts. Everybody know about Michael J. White or Jai White. But Black Dynamite is a movie that kind of makes fun of black exploitation, but it's hilarious. It's hilarious. It's creative. Everything. I remember when my older cousin used to quote that part. He said, "I threw that shit before I came in the room." If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the movie. But we're going to get into what he says about it. I'm a big Joe Rogan fan. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get into it. Screen recording starting now. Video playing.
Where he was going in Collateral and Ray. Yeah, it'd be nice to see that stuff.
It's gotta be hard to find those roles, right? And when you find those roles, there's probably like 6 or 7 A-list dudes that they have like on a board somewhere, and they're trying to figure out who's the guy for this.
Yeah, but I believe
who's gonna sell the most.
I believe you gotta create your own stuff, man. Put it this way: nobody was going to write Black Dynamite.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He created Black Dynamite.
My thing is largely creating my own lane.
That was a fun movie, by the way.
That's
thanks,
crazy.
man.
I didn't know he created it himself, bro. I thought somebody must have wrote that for him, like how they're saying when you pick somebody for a part and stuff like that. That's so interesting. I didn't know he wrote that motherfucker. That's crazy.
Thanks, man. So yeah, man. So
that movie's so funny, bro.
I enjoyed writing. I was always looked at everything from. I was always fascinated about this industry, and I sold a lot of things as a writer, separate from the acting thing. And so, you know, just putting it all together is something that's like I really enjoy doing.
How do you dedicate your time when you're writing? Do you just like have an idea and say, okay, for the next X weeks, I'm going to sit down and dedicate myself to this?
Dude, it's all different. A lot of times, I will see the entire movie. Like when I did Black Dynamite, dude, I was in China, going to set, and I was in Shanghai. And I was listening to James Brown's Superbad. And I
know this is silly, but this martial art ass nigga just spends his time in China kicking in Shanghai. That's so ironic. It's like, of course he would.
I'm laughing.
Of course he would.
I'm in the back of his car as a driver, wondering what the hell is going on with me. I'm seeing the whole goddamn movie, including a nunchuck fight scene with Richard Nixon, and I'm laughing.
The cartoon is great too.
And you know, I started jotting stuff down because it occurred to me, man. Like
that nigga be calling Nixon Tricky Dick. Tricky Dick is at it again. I love how Nixon's the bad guy. You know, real quick, my favorite part of the movie is when them niggas is jumping rope, and the little girl he comes to talk to him. And the little girl goes, "Your name's Black Dynamite? My mama said my daddy's name is Black Dynamite." And he goes, the other little girl next to her goes, "That's crazy. My mama said my daddy's name is Black Dynamite too." He goes, "Chill out now. There's a whole lot of cats with that name." I'm like, nigga, there ain't nobody else with the name Black Dynamite. that shit's so funny.
I was thinking,
he said, "Oh,
man, like
growing up, a lot of cats out here with that name."
Shaft, and we had Superfly and Mac and all the posters like that.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When I was younger, I wouldn't say this is. I'll give some credit. When I was younger, there was a DVD collection at my mom's house. It was wide, and it got added to from the dude she ended up marrying, but like it had all the old school shit from like Superfly to Dolomite to, I could watch the old Bruce Lee's, the Dragons and shit like that. It had all the old black exploitation movies. And at the time, I didn't actually understand what black exploitation was. But every now and then I would throw one of the movies in, and I would kind of be like, oh, this is an interesting era and stuff like that. And so I realized that what they was doing was promoting, even though it was the best parts of black culture all the time, but it was very relatable at the time. They was promoting black culture, and regardless if it was promoting it or not, it was a black movie with black cast. It had very much importance to it and stuff. And I think that's the part that people miss when you're playing around with that stuff, is like, this is a reality for some people. And you can dress it up and kind of make it fun with a movie and try to show people like this is our world. And it was their versions of making their own movies back when people wasn't exactly just letting black people make movies. This was their way of doing it. So like, unfortunately, the original landscapes are the Mac and the Dolomite and stuff like that. But the movies were beautiful, to be honest. If you really go back and look at them, regardless what they stood for, what they meant, you know what I'm saying? It was before my time, but what I got to pick up and see was a good time. I can't lie.
And I'm going.
I'm sorry if that got a little corny, but it is what it is.
There's something wrong with my childhood. Why am I? I'm like, the Mac, like that's a hero, and so it made me really think about it. And I'm like, I'm looking at these movies.
See, that's my point. The Mac is the hero of the movie, but if you just go walk up to, I don't know, a regular white dude or a regular square person, you explain who the Mac is, they're gonna be like, that's a fucking criminal. But in the guise of the movie, he's a hero. You know what I'm saying? In the guise of the movie, he's a hero. Like One Piece, right? One Piece is one of my favorite cartoons. Technically, these niggas is pirates. And they fight the Marines, which is their police. They fight the Marines, but the Marines are the niggas actually working for the rich bad guys. They don't want to do the bad shit, but they're doing what they're told. And these pirates is the one running around freeing people. And ironically, in the show, stopping slavery, and it talks about a lot of geopolitical stuff. Like, it's a world that's really built. So a lot of these stories and stuff like that, you might be watching it and it'll give you the viewing from the guy that's supposed to be the quote unquote bad guy, but then it'll show you a lot of his humanity and the reason why he does this and the reason why he ended up here. And it might not have been in his control, and he just made the best out of what he had. That's the Mac, to be honest with you.
And like Jim Brown and Fred Williamson are like killing like 60 people, and it's okay.
Right. John Wick killed like 60 people.
They have a club.
John Wick is fire. John Wick don't even got humanity completely behind him, other than the dog. Other than the fact that his wife is gone and somebody fucking with this nigga dog, he is just blowing brains out left and motherfucking right. I still like John Wick. So
these women, and I'm like, this is actually
Nobody,
hilarious. If I do a movie that depicted it exactly like it is, thinking about this, one of the biggest movies of that time was Three the Hard Way. I don't know if you remember that movie. Jim Brown, Fred Williamson, and Jim Kelly.
Jim Kelly. Hey, look, once again, before me again, but that nigga Jim Kelly is a known legend. Shout out Bushido Brown, who's based off of Jim Kelly. That nigga Jim Kelly is a... Yeah.
Be the Hard Way. What was it about? You had the three predominant blaxploitation stars, right? And the movie was about an evil Dr. Feather who had these leaders of liquid that he was going to put in the water systems of L.A., Chicago, and New York that were going to kill all the black people. Yeah. It's not a comedy. That's the movie. It's not a comedy. It was going to give sickle cell anemia to all the black people. Now, the conspirator thing. I've been a black man for a long time.
I do find that interesting that those movies, black exploitation movies, were made to be serious, but so many people found like entertainment and joy out of them. I guess that's what he's getting at with the Black Dynamite thing, is he could see the funny where there wasn't supposed to be funny, and so that was what he, you know what I'm saying, produced. I get that.
I mean, because in the community, conspiracy is a big thing, right? So that whole conspiracy thing, they trying to get you, that kind of a thing. Its engine was that paranoia.
I ain't gonna lie, only because it bothered me. The word conspiracy or whatever was something that was created so people wouldn't be suspicious. I think people miss the second part. It's called theory. And when you have even the theory of relativity, it's because it can be something that can be proven wrong. So if you say I have a theory, nobody should be able to look at you like you're crazy for having a theory, because that's the point of the word theory, is that it's something that can be proven wrong. That's actually why in science they stopped using the word law and they started calling it theory, because a law is permanent. Not really permanent, it can be amended and shit, but you get my point. If they use the word law like the laws of gravity, because there's nothing to be added to the laws of gravity. I think there was something added actually, but like a theory means that it can be changed and revised and all that shit. So I know that's not important, but it bugged me.
Liquid was going to kill
black people. Well, there was so much evidence that those conspiracies were real. Like,
exactly my point. There's so much evidence that those conspiracies are real. That's why I'm like, the word conspiracy is something that you should Google and look into. It doesn't mean that the shit's not real. Half the shit I was saying was real years ago. I remember when, what's his name, Alex Jones was talking about how they was turning babies into cadavers when I was doing YouTube videos 4 years ago. I just watched the shit yesterday. And now that shit is supposed to be, you feel me? It's supposed to be, I don't know how, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to throw out there, just because the word conspiracy is put up, don't mean some shit is fake. It don't. Just remember, the important word is theory. And that's theory is the important word.
Of course, that's something that's like it's on its feet. It's on its feet, though. But come on, a leader. It's something this big in the water system that was going to kill all the black people.
That's unsensible because you can't like.
That was a serious movie. But when you look at it,
I guess you could.
That's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious to think that you can do a movie about that. So to do a movie, I thought that really talked about that time period
where it was kind of this
overcorrection because you had in the 60s there were like butlers and maids and all that kind of stuff. But now you had these super overcorrected badasses that could just do anything.
Talk jive to a nigga.
And I thought it was hilarious to look at it and treat it as if it were like back in that day, like a lost movie. Actually, Tarantino was somebody I was talking to about that whole thing.
I ain't trying to cut him off, but I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right there. If you want to watch the full video, you should go to joerogan.com. You know what I'm saying, and check it out. But I enjoyed those movies. I did, regardless if I can sit here and just like I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the original Dolomite, but I did like Eddie Murphy's remake of that one. It was pretty good. It's on Netflix. I liked all them movies. I liked the way that niggas talk. We knew they was serious, but it's like nobody talks jive no more. So when you hear a motherfucker go, "You jive, turkey," that shit is fucking funny. It's funny because people just don't talk jive no more. That was a reality for some people. Do I think they exaggerated it for those movies? Of course. Of course. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? That's the point. But I think Black Exploitation is a good movie to check out. I've done multiple videos on Black Exploitation films. So I'm a big proprietor of they're important because all parts of history is important. It's shit. When you go to Rome, you can watch a video right now on Rome and they'll tell you why them niggas was wearing sandals. There's not one part of history that's ever not important. Now, does it hold up today? Not always. But important is different than holding up. You feel me? So go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. Continue to fuck with me. Watch Michael J. White movies. Dude makes some pretty good movies. I don't like Undercover Brother 2. That shit is whack. But everything else that nigga do, damn near gold. I remember watching Blood in the Bone on repeat. That's one thing I can say about being a kid. When I got older, I got to get into the YouTube and start seeing how niggas talk about them making it and them filming the movie. But like, when I was younger, we had DVDs. We didn't really have, well, like, if I had cable, I'm at my aunt's or I'm at somewhere else, but we had DVDs. So I would watch a movie on repeat damn near all day to where I know damn near every line of the movie. Like, I say in my household, it was so normal to just watch the same shit over and over again. Like, nobody really tried to look for new shit unless it was just a big movie. Everybody was cool rewatching shit. So we would sit there and study movies inside and out. So I'm a big movie buff. I enjoy movies and stuff. But I don't know. I think Black Exploitation, not enough people watch them. You know what I'm saying? White or black, I think you should watch them. I watch hella corny white shit all the time just to learn. There's nothing wrong from learning from a community that's not yours. But you guys have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later, and I appreciate you watching as always. Bye.